Siebentes Geisterlehre Gebet von Nokodimion. Selbstansprechung, geschaffen vom letzten Henoch. Über die Kraft meines Bewusstseins führe ich mit meinem Verstand und mit meiner Vernunft allein die Allmacht über mein Wissen, die Wahrheit, mein Können, meine Liebe und Wahrheitlichkeit aus. Allein meine Macht breitet sich in mir aus, jedoch keine andere. So ich mir stets meine eigenen Gedanken und Gefühle bewusst bin und mein Wissen, meine Weisheit und mein Können entfalte und nutze und damit alles zur wahren Liebe, Freiheit, Harmonie und zum Frieden in mir führt. Die Kraft meines Bewusstseins ist mir eine Bestimmtheit, so ich sie zum eigenen Wohl für meine Gedanken und Gefühle untersuche sowie für meinen Körper nutze. Täglich entfalte und nutze ich meine Bewusstseinskraft, so sie ständig in mir wirkt und mich meinem Unwissen begegnen lässt, wodurch ich mein Wissen und meine Weisheit mit Liebe, mit Gefühl sowie mit Verständnis und Vernunft nähere. Durch die Kraft meines Bewusstseins erkenne ich selbst meine Fehler und behebe sie und vermeide, neue zu begehen, so mich keine mehr in meiner Entwicklung und im Fortkommen hindern können. Die Kraft meines Bewusstseins lässt mich falsche Lehren, falsche Denkweisen und alle Gefahren von Glaubensabhängigkeit sowie von schädlichen materiellen und weltlichen Dingen erkennen und sie vermeiden. Durch meine Bewusstseinskraft bin ich selbst meines Verstandes und meiner Vernunft mächtig, und durch die Allmacht meines Bewusstseins bin ich mehr allseitig meiner Kraft, meines Könnens, meines Friedens und Wissens sowie meiner Weisheit, Liebe und Harmonie bewusst und kontrolliere alles. Now, this is Nocodemian's mental block meditation in German. Ich lebe in Liebe, ich lebe in Frieden, ich lebe in Freiheit, ich lebe in Harmonie, ich lebe unbeschwert, ich lebe in Gesundheit, ich lebe in Freude.
Okay. May no human being forbid the word of the human being next to him or her when it is spoken in righteousness and honesty. But one ought to forbid the word of the one who insults the fellow human being in selfishness and imperiousness, as well in boastfulness and egoism, and unjustifiably does ignominious and unrightful things to them. So, anyone wants to share about the 169? It talks about freedom of expression, but the freedom of expression is not absolute. So, in my understanding, you can freely express yourself as long as it does not overstep your neighbors. So, sino ba yung mga neighbors natin? It can be your brother, your sister, living next one to you, the elders, like that. So, if you are giving opinion, sabihin natin opinion na based on reality, sometimes it hurts sa mga tao, pero you should be aware kung hurting lang naman ang unexpected hurt yung makaramdam sa other party, make sure na it is not in the words of yung insulting, kumbaga kung ano yung word, ano yung reality, let it bear the word itself, the reality. Yun nga yung sinasabi ni Billy about sa Earthlings. Hindi pa tayo sanay sa honesty because We cannot control our emotions, our feelings, our egoism. If we are being corrected by somebody, instead of logically digesting the wisdom, the knowledge, and lesson that it is giving to us, nauunahan tayo ng ating emotion. So parang we feel that we are being belittled or being insulted na without a pause. So pabalik tayo sa meditation, sinasabing bago natin i-utilize ang emotion power, mag-pause muna tayo. Let us dissect kung ano yung sinasabi ng other person. Kung bang inaano tayo, nire-ridicule ba tayo or gusto tayong i-wake up ng tao about sa certain information na gusto niyang i-impart. So, yun nga, yung in relation sa age natin, we have this feeling of sometimes unconsciously this called superiority complex na we tend to know or master certain things na kala natin alam natin lahat. And then here comes a newbie, sabihin natin amateur or something na we are shocked sometimes na may unconventional knowledge siya or teaching na we find it opposite to what we know. And sometimes na-challenge tayo, we cannot find the common ground, and then that's how the conflict starts. So, mahirap siyang tawag dito, yung sitwasyon, minsan mahirap siyang pag-aralan or obserbahan kasi yun nga dahil yung egoism natin na tayo na alam natin yung bagay niya. So, we tend to ignore or we become deaf, parang ganon. So, eventually, that other person, kung deaf man tayo, yung law of energy, itatry naman ng tao, i-increase yung voice niya or another way of means to reach us. So eventually, minsan, nauwi sa conflict. So, without ever listening to the other person. So yun muna ako, mga tagapakinig. Baka may gusto kayong i-share about dyan. Mga marites na sa mga gilid-gilid. Alam niyo naman sa Pilipinas yung ganyan, mga marites. May dagdag, may bawas, gano'n, mga kwento. So, minsan nauuwi sa away. Anybody? 169.
Parang related sila doon sa 168 din. Related. Ayun bang pag minsan yung hindi ko alam kung sinasadya ito o may mga tao talaga na yung bang nakakapagbitaw ng salita na parang nakaka-insulto. Ewan ko kung aware sila sa sinasabi nila, na parang may kasamang boastfulness sa sarili na nakakasakit sila ng kapwa. At pag minsan pa, ang pangyayari ganito, na-experience ko yan. Hindi naman sa akin, kundi nakita ko. Yung bang yung isang tao, magkapitbahay sila. Yung kapitbahay nila na hindi mahirap, yung katapat nila parang nagpapa 5-6 nagkaroon ng sinuwerte yung mahirap, nakapag-abroad siya, and then lahat yung pamilya nagkaroon ng pagkakataon, nakapag-migrate sa Amerika. And then, nung nandun na, mahabang panahon after that, nag-abroad din itong nagpapa 5-6 na to. And then, nakapunta sa kanila, nabisita nitong ano. Ngayon nung dumating dun parang siguro may pangyayari na siguro ay na menos yung mahirap na yon. And then binanggit ulit ano, binanggit nitong tumira sa Amerika, binanggit yung pangyayari na yun na dapat hindi na, 'di ba? Kasi bisita nila itong ano, yung kapitbahay nila, Kahit ba naman na sabihin nating may karanasan sila na pangyayari na dapat kalimutan na, ba na maltrato o minenos o ano, dapat hindi na nabanggit, hindi ba? Kasi nga ay nasa pamamahay na noong ano, nung nasa pamamahay mo na, sa sarili mo ng pamamahay, hindi mo na dapat magbabanggit ng mga nakaraang mga pangyayari kasi siyempre mapapahiya itong bisita mo. Mapapahiya siyempre na ginanon nila, parang gano'n ba? Yung hindi tayo dapat nagbabanggit na ng mga nakaraang pangyayari na kung ano yung ginawa sa'yo ng iyong kapwa, 'di ba? Kasi maaano yan, mau-offend, yung isa na nasa pamamahay mo naman. Parang hindi 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 tama, hindi hindi sakop ng paggalang yung gano'n, 'di ba? Although totoong nangyari at totoong ano, pero hindi dapat, hindi right o sabi sa libro, hindi right living yung mga gano'n. Ayun, gano'n. Parang siguro, baka sa pang-araw-araw nating buhay puwede ring mangyari yung mga gano'n na, ah, makapagbitaw tayo ng salita sa nakaraan, yung mga nakaraan ba, 'wag tayong mag-aano kasi iyon ang pagbubuhatan ng hindi pagkakasundo, kasi magdedepensa yung isa, ma-o-offend yung isa dahil nangyari na nga yun sa nakaraan. So, yun lang. Parang itong mga stanza na ito, parang habang binabasa ko, paano kaya nalaman ni Billy 'to na totoo talagang
Mm.
nangyayari sa buhay? Yun lang.
Mm. Gusto ko din dagdagan, it might be trivial sa mga kaibigan natin sa West. Ah, Nakikita ko lang naman na sumusulpot sa mga social media yung, although naging issue din sa Pilipinas yan, yung mga LGBTQ++, ganun. So may nakakita akong mga videos sa, like sa example sa Thailand, hindi naman issue sa kanila yung LGBTQ, ganun. Example, may tinatawag silang ladyboy. So yung ladyboy na yan, lalaki siya at nagpa-transgender siya. So sa kanila walang issue na yung mga tourist na sabihan sila, "Oh, you're beautiful," ganun ganun. Tapos sasabihin nila, "And I'm not a girl," sabi niya. "Huh? But you're pretty," ganun ganun. Sabi niya, "I'm ladyboy," parang ganun. So hindi sila I mean hindi offensive sa kanila na pag sinabihan mo na talaga ano ka, lady boy, you're a boy, ganun ganun. So parang nandun yung modesty nila na sinasabi nila in advance sa tao na naka-perceive sa kanila na transgender ako, na galing ako sa opposite na kasarian, like lalaki naging babae, ganun. So although sinasabihan sila na maganda, nagte-thank you sila, ganun. Pero hindi nila kinahihiya yung ano nila na they come from yung boy, something ganun. However, sa mga kaibigan natin sa West, ah siguro yung culture sensitivity is different pag sinabihan mo na something, hindi ka naman ano, babae or something na you are ganun ganun. It creates a parang term nila na transphobic. So, nagkakaroon ng away, ganun, ganyan. And then, to the point na pwede kang ma-cancel culture or something ganun na meron sa mga convenience store na yung ang ano doon kasi is how do you separate the normal transgender to the one na yung parang delusional na nagde-demand na mo ko, i-call mo ko as a woman, as a man, ganun, ganun. So minsan, sa mga convenience store, yun nga, na para magkaroon ng safe, tawag dito, in between, nagkakaroon sila ng mga pronouns, they, them, ganun, ganun na lang yung term nila. So, yun nga, parang, how do you address na the proper way na hindi sila ma-insult kasi if you apply reality, ganun, ganun. Pag sinabi mo na, you're trying to be a lady, but pero parang hindi ka lady, parang may remnants ka pa rin ng lalaki, ganun. They will find it offensive. So, magsusumbong, ganyan, bring it to social media, and then, yung tao naman na siguro hindi naman niya intention na mag-insult or something, nababash or nabubuli kasi ano daw as yun nga yung topic na transphobic, ganun ganun. But in Asia here sa Thailand, hindi naman nagiging problem sa kanila yon. So ano yung point ko dito? So yung point ko dito is may mga critic nagsasabi na pag nasa point na ng delusion yung isang tao, it needs help, ganun. Ang nangyari sa some parts sa West, instead of helping yung mga delusion na to going into the delusion, is parang ginagatungan nila yung mga tao na yun. So nagkakaroon sila ng more violent, nagiging violente sila, hindi sila peaceful na tao. They demand, parang dinidemand nila yung respect, hindi na in-earn. So makikita niyo sa mga sa mga media na yun nga nakikipag-away sila, ganun ganon, ganyan ganyan. Eh minsan di naman kasalanan nung observant na malay ko ba kasi parang sa paningin ko hindi naman talaga siya ganitong gender, eh nandun pa rin yung remnants nung ano niya. So anong gagawin ko? Magsabi ba ako ng totoo or ano? So yun ang nagiging problem. So ang bottom line is, yun nga, nagkakaroon na ng nagkakaroon na ng parang awakening din sa part ng West na i-recognize yung delusional kasi meron namang mga transgender na professional naman sila na neutral sila kung insult ba yon or honest judgment. They take it lightly, hindi naman sila nag-iskandalo unlike yung mga iba na parang there's something wrong in their thinking na talagang nakikipag-away, gano'n. So, yun lang yung ko, ma-share ko about sa 169.
Thank you.
I think as
Thank
long
you.
as when we converse with other people, we just bear in mind about being, the guideline is basically to be respectful and not try to, put one down. Ignominious mainly is an adjective. It means humiliating, when you're trying or
Yeah.
be contemptible.
Yeah.
You're trying to
Yeah.
put someone down. So don't when you do that, then that's not being respectful, especially when
Mhm.
someone is trying to be honest and righteous, and speaking with righteousness, and then that's why yeah, main thing to remember. And then, when you consider people, it should be on a case to case basis because each person is different. And then, so that's why we can't paint the whole picture about the LGBTQ, because it's really quite a range of human behavior, and everyone's experience is different, you know. And yeah, so like
Mm.
me, even if I have or one point I thought maybe I'm more like bisexual or whatever, but basically I'm just more at ease with women because I feel they're more I guess intelligent, emotionally intelligent, like in touch with things. They could also of course be you know, some women are jealous
Yeah.
and this and that, but it's, you know, case to case basis. And the bottom line is that, you know, we have to be mindful that sometimes when someone acts out, it could be due to their belief systems or their own backgrounds that they may not even be aware of consciously. They could just be triggered, you know, by events. So it's good to just be calm and peaceful with yourself. Take some deep breaths before you start, you know, getting out of control and losing your good nature.
Yeah. And in the Playaran, they recognize this other genders. It's not no issue with them. Only here in our Earth that it really makes some issues.
Well, that's a big factor there. It's actually religion, you
Yes,
know.
yes, yeah,
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 because
correct. The religion.
they always say, you know, to multiply, replenish the earth, this and that. That's why we have
Mm.
overpopulation. You know, not everyone ought to have children or should bear children just because of society, you know, pressures. And a lot of the younger folks are also noting that they don't want to have to, you know, have babies just because it's expected of them, because some can be you know, perfectly happy, and if they really want to have a child, then they could even adopt, you know, because there are a lot of unwanted children that can have homes. So
Mm.
anyway, that's it. All right, we want to reach the next. Is everyone okay? Anyone else wants to add? June, I see you're here. Or
Yes, kamusta? Mabuhay kayo lahat. Meron lang
uh-huh.
akong naalalang bigla. Thing might be coming out of it. Nag-alaga kami ng mga isda sa palaisdaan. And one species that tribe, yung tilapia. And as I was exposed to it, nalaman ko na yung tilapia can adapt to a situation that if need be, a male can turn to become a female or vice versa.
Wow, really?
Yes, yes. And I'm not surprised with it because I've read in the materials that there is a tribe of women who was able also to bear children, even if they are all women.
Yeah.
Do you remember that part?
Parthenogenesis. Yeah, parthenogenesis.
Okay, so I would believe that the word nature or natural has a lot to do with everything that is going on. It's just that uh, men as we are, biased as we want to stick to what we were taught, however inadequate or wrong they may be. So, para sa akin, let nature prevail. Yun din naman ang direction ng creation, di ba? there are species that go extinct for one reason or another. So what's wrong with men turning into lady boys or vice versa? So simply because the time dictates that relationship with the opposite sex may no longer be attractive to an individual. Uh, they may not. One of the possible reasons is that they don't want to bear children, so they would rather stick with similarly. I mean, of similar sex. Yun lang muna. I don't have anything more to say.
Yeah, I think that there is evidence actually of homosexuality in nature. From those that really study animals, and there are those that even that actually change. There's some fishes that even switch. So I didn't know that about tilapia. I thought so that's interesting. I think yeah, I think so sometimes you're saying you have people that saying, oh, that's unnatural and things like that, but then actually in nature there's evidence of it, so yeah, that's something to, I guess, bear in mind. And for all this is maybe a way for nature to write itself out, because then that's the only way perhaps overpopulation can be curbed also, among human beings. Yeah, because they're saying also that the sperm count's also low because maybe because there's just too many of us, and it's not and that's why well, there's a lot of controversy now with abortion and all that stuff, but well, that's another story. Okay. We want to continue. I guess if there's anyone else who wants to contribute and speak up. Maybe we can continue. Who's reading now, Richie?
Here we go. Every human being is the neighbor of the human being, and may none talk behind the back of this or that human being. When a neighbor leaves one's company, then he or she ought not to be talked about behind his or her back, nor gossip about, because both the talking behind his or her back and the gossiping are foreign to the human being who is truthful and righteous as well as honest, differential, decent, and respectful, and is unworthy of the human being in general. And it also creates hate and discords and brings sourness and gloom into the life. So, ito yung mga marites sa Pilipinas.
Oo. Meron ako itatanong, Siyempre hindi
Sige po,
naman
tita.
naiiwasan. Hindi naman naiiwasan yung magmarites. So mali ba yung halimbawa, best friend kayo na talagang mapapagkatiwalaan talaga na magmarites o di kaya yung magkapatid o yung mag-ina. Minsan nagmamarites naman hindi naman
Yeah.
naman ang hindi naman ka mag-usap ng iba, 'di ba? So ano 'yon? Considered as marites kasi hindi mo naman ilalabas. Siyempre hindi maiwasang pag-usapan mo yung ibang tao na makarinig ka naman ng comment sa kausap mo na napapagkatiwalaan mo, pamilya 'yon. So ano 'yon? Marites pa rin 'yon ang tawag.
May some form of marites post, tita. Ang ano ko dyan, ang say ko dyan is, kunwari, di man maiwasan na mag-gossip tayo paminsan-minsan. Ang ano lang dyan is, ang babagsakan na talaga natin dyan is yung self-responsibility. Kasi, ang ano dyan, ang problema dyan sa gossip na yan is, yung tinatawag nilang ano sa psychology na may ano yun eh, may test na ginawa sa school. 40 students. So parang doon sa first row, may kinuwento yung teacher. Sabi niya, ipasa mo hanggang tumating sa pinakalas na estudyante sa number 40. So, nung natapos na, tinawag yung number 1 student, tapos yung number 40 na student. Sabi, sige, anong minarites ko sa'yo, number 1 student? Sabi mo, ma'am, ganito. Tapos sabi, ikaw, number 40, anong sabi mo? Ma'am, sabi mo, ang nakarating sa akin ganito. Tapos sabi, oh, saan tayo nagkamali? Bakit iba na yung kwento sa number 40? So, tawanan yung mga classmate kasi nakalimutan ko na yung exact words na sinabi pero maraming nadagdag na kwento na malayo na dun sa original. So, ano ba ang responsibility natin sa 170? Yun nga, pag nag-ano tayo ng mga ganyang mga gossip, be sure na we are responsible. Kumbaga, think twice kung ano yung bibitawan nating salita kasi yung receiving end niyan, iba na talaga ang magiging kwento. So, kung babalik man sa atin yan, since tayo ang naging source or ganon, dapat nandun yung paninindigan natin na ito yung sinabi kong tama, kaya nating harapin yung mga challenges kasi parang singing waves yan eh, parang pendulum na pag meron kang nilet go, yung balik niyan, alam mo din paano saluin. So, doon tayo magkakaano niyan sa responsibility na hindi man maiwasan pero make sure if we tell something, kung gossip ba yan, truth ba yan, reality ba yan, information ba yan, make sure pag bumalik sa atin yan or na-confront tayo, alam natin na maging consistent tayo sa sinabi natin na ito yun, kaya kong panindigan, kaya kong paglaban. Ito yung alam ko, ito yung first-hand knowledge ko. So, kung ano yung in-between na nag-transpire, hindi ko na control yun. So, meron man akong sinasabing mga gossip or information, pero I make sure na it is essential, it is yung important na vital. So, other than that, siguro yung sa tingin natin na hindi naman siya necessary na siguro for entertainment purposes, nasa sa atin na yun kung if we are going to say about that kasi syempre pagka dumating sa iba, hindi pala tayo kumbaga pinupuri natin, yung pala pagdating sa end, nag-iinsulto pala tayo. So, yan is careful lang tayo. Kumbaga careful tayo sa mga sinasabi, ganun na alam natin, panindigan yung mga binibitawan natin salita. Yun lang.
Oo, tama ka Richie, dahil parang na di-distinguish ko na yung gossip pag minsan educational. Educational siya kasi lalo na kung hindi ka bias. Parang
Mm.
tinitingnan mo yung both parties, lalo na kung
Mm.
merong mga away-away. Yun ang mga chismis eh. Uy, si ganun daw, ganito raw, hindi na daw ganon, ganito. So, hindi ka habang pinag-uusapan nyo, parang pinag-aaralan mo, ganito kasi yun. Kasi may mga nakaraan
Mm.
silang ganito, kaya naman nagkaganon na ganito. Hindi mo masisisi, yung mga ganon na
Opo.
mga lengguwahe natin ginagamit. Hindi natin masisisi yung isa kasi
Mm.
ganito naman yung
Yep.
nangyari. And then,
Yeah.
pero dapat naman hindi ginawa yung ganon. Yung mga ganon, maganda
Mm.
yung flow
Opo.
ng pag-uusap.
Yep.
Hindi
Yeah.
hindi hindi na gossip yata ang tawag dun. Pero talagang
Mm.
hindi maiiwasang pag-usapan natin. Ang gossip na isa, di yung kwentong excited na, "Uy, si ganon daw,
Mm.
ganito."
Mm.
Yun ang palagay kong gossip na ganon na
Yeah.
in the open in the open yan,
Mm.
na marami
Mm.
kayo. So, naku, napakadelikado yan talaga.
May,
Natututunan ko na rin naman na maging tahimik
mm.
sa pagkagano'n. Talagang hindi ako nagsasalita, patawa-tawa lang ako, yung mga gano'n.
Mm.
Pero 'pag yun nga, ang sabi ko pagka halimbawa anak ko, kaming dalawa, educational yung dating ng gossip. Kasi hindi kayo hindi kayo nang aano ng kapwa, hindi mo gina-judge yung kapwa mo, binibigyan mo ng katwiran ng bawat isa. Yun lang.
At saka may
Hindi ko
gusto
lang
may
alam.
gusto akong dagdagan. May gusto
Oo.
din akong idagdag. Dati na-discuss din natin to about sa ayun sinong sinong philosopher, parang story siya, parang sinabi niya, may lumapit sa kanya na mga yung magagasip, tapos parang sinabi niya muna, yan bang ikukwento nyo, magiging benefit ko ba yan? Tapos, ikagaganda ba yan nakalimutan ko na yun basta parang nga principles yun na parang checklist na pag may ikukwento sa'yo, it involves ba the person? Ikakasira ba yan ng tao? Magkakaroon ba ako ng benefit dyan? Pag lahat daw yun parang wala. Oo.
Rotary test.
Rotary test. Tama, kuya. Paano mo na ako, kuya? Hindi ko na matandaan. Tulungan niyo daw ako, kuya. Ano nga yung mga exact na yun? Yung sa
Hindi ko
truth
na rin
ata yun eh.
relate basta ang point doon,
Yup.
ang bottom line nun is the common benefit.
Yup, tama.
Firstly,
Tama.
among Rotarians, secondly,
Mm.
within the community and country as a
Mm.
whole. Pero
Yeah,
nandiyan
yeah.
na rin lang, nagdadagdag na ako, kabaliktaran naman ng gossip. Ang kabaliktaran ng gossip, if one is saying the whole truth, and is saying it bluntly and widely and as truthful as he was able to observe, complete with evidences. Case in point,
Mm-mm.
Julian Assange. Nobody can say that what he has shared is not true because they are all in video and in written form. But may nagalit. Nagagalit sa Amerika eh. Because it did not go well for their case. Sinasabi nilang maraming katwiran sa gaya na ano ba yung security national security issue. Pero paano magiging national security issue kung yung ginagawa nila mali? Sila ang may problema against the opinion of everybody in the community. Siguro ang unang dapat magbago hindi yung gossiper o hindi yung messenger kagaya ni Julian Assange, kundi sila na gumagawa ng palso, ng biro mo yung actually hindi kwento, kaibigang Helen, nakita naman natin yun eh. May kasamang cameraman pa yung tinatad ng helicopter gunship eh. At yung gunner, atat na atat or was in high spirit to pull the trigger, except that he was asking for the go signal. So having received the go signal, hindi rin naman siya totally to be blamed because yung command ang magdadala nun. In the same way, yung command na yon is responsible to somebody higher. And at the end of the line, you have the government instigating the situation that when you are at war, it's all right to pull the trigger. Ang isa sa sinasabi nilang dahilan why they pull the trigger is yun daw cameraman o media man who was carrying his camera were said to be carrying firearms, giving them the reason to fire. So ako, kabaliktaran nito nung 170 na gossip. Ito hindi na gossip. But then again, having said the truth, tama ba? O meron pa rin mali? Yan ang issue ko. Thank you.
Yun nga, ang pangit kasi sa gossip, like if you want to destroy the person, kunwari yung person is, ano lang siya, average Joe lang siya, average person, tapos ito namang isa is makapangyarihan. Napapanood natin sa sa mga movies na gagawa ng istorya about dito sa isang tao, tapos babayaran niya yung mga witness kuno para i-destroy yung credibility ng isang tao. So eventually, hihate siya ng buong community. Kawawa naman yung ano na yun, yung human being na yun dahil ano lang siya, hindi siya makapangyarihan, average ano lang siya, napagtripan lang siya dahil siguro may mga personal na disagreement or something, mas makapangyarihan itong isang tao. So, ang ginagawa is hindi man niya ma-confront by logic and wisdom yung average na tao kasi siguro talo siya doon. Ang one way na ganti niya is through gossip, yung mga false, yung mga kwento, siyempre yung mga sip-sip doon sa tao na yun, siyempre mayaman siguro siya or something, maraming nakadikit. Yun ang tutulong na magkakalat ng chismis. So it brings kind of disaster sa hindi lang doon sa tao, sa community kasi parang yun na yung nagiging norm na kung sino yung powerful, doon sila maniniwala sa chismis. Ganon, hindi na doon sa average na tao na pwede lang siyang siraan na gamit yung mga galamay na magpapakalat ng kwento. So, yun, ina-advise sa atin na kung meron man tayong ma-receive na nag-gossip na alam naman natin na hindi naman ikakaunlad yun ng certain individual or ng community. Kung tayo maka-receive ng gossip, the one way na para hindi na siya mag-escalate is it ends with us. Parang kinento sa ni Mr. So or Mrs. So and so sa akin. So, nasa aking power or responsibility, ikikwento ko ba, ikakalat ko ba, doy. Much better na kung wala naman fruitful na ikalalabas, I'll keep it to myself. Parang ganun. So, yun lang. Any other else na gustong magpaliwanag dito sa 170?
Yan, nakita ko si Jaycon, nakita ko si Baby na andyan pala. Salamat
Okay.
sa pag-join.
Mhm.
Sino pa? Si Noy. Sino pang gustong mag-share? Wala si Benifer, ano? Hindi nyo in-invite.
I want to share
Hmm.
po, kaya lang hindi ko alam
Sige.
kung live.
Sige lang, sige
Sige,
lang po.
sige.
Share ko po tungkol dito,
Open.
yung
Oo.
experience na talagang nangyari sa akin na hindi ko alam kung na pwede siyang sabihin ng gossip. Pero kasi nung nagtuturo ako, yung aking mga kasamahan na teacher, sa akin nagko-confide. So, parang chismis. Sa akin nagko-confide.
Ang daming marites
Para
noon, ano?
di lalaan sa akin, pagpasok ko sa umaga, nandun na sila sa pinto nila, inaabangan ako. Then, pagkatapos noon, tatawagin na nila ako mula yung mga teacher ng grade 1, almost lahat ng grade. Hanggang grade 6 lang naman po kasi kami. So, tatawagin na ako. Then pagkatapos magko-confide na sila sa akin tungkol doon sa aming principal. So ang pagchichismisan namin ay yung principal dahil doon sa ginagawa sa amin. Hindi naman, wala naman silang lakas ng loob na lumapit sa principal, sabihin yung ganito. Alam nila kasi ako, nagsasalita. Pagka kasi kailangan, kaya ako nilalapitan nila. So, ang kanilang daing sa akin, every time na magkakaroon sa amin ng parang pagdiriwang, yung lahat ng gastos, hati-hati kami. Yung lahat ng kung sa decoration, lahat ng gastos, hati-hati kami. Meron kaming kantin pero ayaw mag-share nung aming principal. So, ang sabi niya, dapat kami daw na teacher ang gagastos Kasi yun daw gagawin namin ay magiging promotion para sa amin. Sabi niya gano'n. Minsan madalas yung gano'ng program. So yung mga teacher, parang sabi sa akin, "Ate baby, talaga bang dapat gano'n?" Ang alam ko kako hindi. Kasi meron tayong canteen and then meron tayong dapat na iso-support sa canteen and then meron din namang mga naka-budget na para sa pangangailangan ng school. Ayaw nga nung principal na magbigay. Sabi sa akin, "Ate baby, pwede ba magsabi ka doon sa principal natin na ganito yung daing namin, ganito yung karaingan namin." Di sabi ko, di gusto niyo ba ako talaga lahat na ipaabot sa ating principal? Di sige, sabi ko naman. Di sige kako, ako magsasalita ako sa kanila. So, noong hapon, pinuntahan ako ng aming principal sa kwarto, nagkaroon ako ng time, di sinabi ko yung mga karaingan ng teacher. Tapos nagalit yung principal. Sabi niya sa akin, "Sige, sabihin mo sa akin lahat kung ano yung sinasabi nila tungkol sa akin." Sabing gano'n. Ayoko ng gano'n. Hindi ko gusto yung magsasalita ako na hindi kaharap yung mga teacher na nagsabi sa akin. Sabi ko dun sa aming principal, "Ma'am, pasensya ka na po. Pero hindi po ako magsasabi sa'yo ng hindi sila kaharap. Kasi ayoko po ng gano'n para pong backbiter ako sa kanila. Gusto ko 'pag nagsalita ako sa'yo ng sinabi nila sa akin, nakaharap sila para alam nila kung tama ba yung sasabihin ko sa'yo, kung nagdagdag ba ako, o kung mali ba yung nasabi ko." Mainam po kako gano'n. Sa akin nagalit. So, galit na galit sa akin kasi ayaw ko talagang magsalita. Kahit umalis siya kasi hindi niya ako talaga mapipilit dahil ayoko ng gano'n, ayoko ng gano'n. So, nagalit sa akin. Ang ginawa nung kinaumagahan, tinawag lahat yung mga teacher na hindi ako, excluded ako, hindi ako tinawag kasi galit nga sa akin dahil ayaw kong magsabi sa kanya. Tinawag yung aking mga kasamang teacher, eto na po yung saddest part. Yung mga teacher, takot, natatakot sila, ayaw nilang magsalita. Ang nangyari, ako ang sinabi, ako yung nagkaroon
Nalipet.
ng parang naging masama kasi sinabi nila ganito, gano'n. Sila nagsalita ng para sa akin na wala naman ako. Hindi ako nakaharap. So, hindi ko alam. Ngayon, merong isang teacher na nagsabi sa akin, sabi, "Ate baby, nandun sila, mini-meeting nung ating principal. Bakit ikaw wala?" Sabing gano'n, "Hindi ka pinatawag kasi ayaw ng principal natin na nandun ka. Sila ang kinakausap." Di, nagpunta ako. Sabi ko, ba't ako kailangan ka akong kausap? Hindi sila, dapat ako. Bakit ako ang iniwan? So, nung humarap ako do'n, galit na galit sa'kin, sinigawan ako sa harap ng mga teacher, malakas yung boses niya. Sabing gano'n, sabi sa akin, "Lumabas ka dito, hindi ka kailangan." Ito po yung ganyang salita niya, pero mas matapang pa sa ganitong salita, sabi sa akin, "Lumabas ka dito, hindi ka kailangan dito. Sige, labas, alis." Sabi sa akin gano'n. Para yung na-offend ako, kasi kaharap nandun yung lahat ng teacher, sisigawan akong gano'n. Tapos sabi ko, "Ma'am, huwag ka pong magsalita ng ganyan, pareho tayong professional. Mag-usap tayo as a professional." Pero siya, galit na galit talaga sa'kin. So, yun po yung nangyari. Sa akin ngayon nag-backbite, sabi ko sa isip ko, "Ay, ang gara ng mga kasama ko. Sila yung may reklamo, ako ang nagsabi tapos ako ang iniwan sa ere." Yung gano'n nangingiti ako na masakit yung loob ko kasi iniwan nila ako sa ere. Ang ginawa nung aking
Oh.
principal para ako siguro magantihan ako, alam niyo po ginawa sa'kin for 1 month?
Mm.
Nagmi-meeting sila, hindi ako tinatawag. Parang para akong ermitanyo nandun sa lungga. Hindi ako tinatawag. Pagka meron na isang naglakas loob na tawagin ako, pagalitan yung tumawag sa akin. Kinagagalitan niya, sabi, ba't mo tinatawag yan? Hindi siya kailangan dito. Yun yung lagi niyang sinasabi. Kaya sabi ng mga kasama kong teacher, pasensya ka na, ate baby. Hindi ka namin matawag kasi magagalit sa amin. Di sabi ko, okay lang. Huwag niyo na akong tawagin para hindi kayo makagalitan. So, yun yung nangyayari sa akin. Kaya sabi ko, yun ba yung kasi gossip Yun ba yung effect o yung magiging bunga noong ganong klase na gossip? Parang lumabas ba na ako ba ang nag-gossip? Kaya ako ngayon yung na-backbite? Yun po yung kwento ko nung ako nagtuturo pa na nangyari sa akin. So, yun lang po. Maraming salamat.
Yung time na po noon, ma'am, kayo po ba yung parang hindi kayo senior, parang kayo yung junior, parang sila yung medyo senior sa inyo, maraming senior sa inyo? Hello?
Maybe she's muted
Okay.
or
Ako po ako kasi kaya po sila nagko-confide sa akin. Ako yung pinaka-senior kasi ang mga meron po akong kasamang senior. Pero mahina nga loob nila. Ayaw nila ng ganun.
Okay.
Opo. Ngayon, yun po yung pangyayari. Natatakot sila. Ako, hindi ko alam. Naaawa naman po kasi ako sa kanila. So, ako ngayon yung lumapit sa kanila. Ang naisip ko kasi nung matapos yun, sana pala kako, parang kontrata, sinulat ko lahat yung pinasulat ko yung kanilang karaingan, tapos pinapirma ko, at yun mismo yung ibinigay ko. So, sana pala kako, ganun. Kaya lang, kailangan lang siguro talaga yung mangyari as a moral lesson para sa akin. Yun lang po.
Si Kuya,
I think
salamat. Si Kuya Jun, nagtaas ng kamay si Kuya Jun.
Oh.
Sige, Kuya
Yes,
Jun, go
please.
ahead, Kuya Jun.
Yes, please. Meron yatang gusto magsalita. I can give in. Somebody,
Huh?
somebody.
Oh,
I heard
you go
somebody.
ahead. Well, I was gonna just add to June. I think in her case, since she was senior, so what in her situation they were basically shooting the messenger. She just happened to be, but in her case, if you have a point. Should have made like a petition because of course there's a boss above her. And if everyone's being bullied, then it has to be, spoken up so that you could all be professional because the way she's acting, she's like a tyrant, that's an awful working condition, especially now in this day and age, about bullying. And then so everyone should have petitioned, and you could even oust her out if that could be possible, if she's going to continue to act that way and causing division within, that's not good. Okay, I'm done.
That's
Okay,
exactly
Kuya
the
Jun.
line that I wish to take. Two examples: Assange and his cohorts, kung cohorts bang matatawag yun, and also the ones of Morales, Jonathan, in the case of Fidel. In both cases, they are the ones in the forefront, Assange being the creator of the organization called WikiLeaks, at si Jonathan Morales naman having been the investigator in the case. So, in both cases, hindi sila ang primary. Messenger lang sila, the same way as Kaibigan Baby is a messenger. Okay, in the case of Jonathan Morales, he was able to reduce it into a signed affidavit. In the case of Assange, it was a publication shared among other media outlets for and in behalf of the two noted sources, which are who are at this point. The one is in Russia, the other one is, I think, is incarcerated. The one that has been that even the sex was changed for that person. And in the case of Morales, wala naman siyang maiturong iba except hindi pa nga nadi-divulge kung sino yung source of information niya, fearing that the life of that person is at stake. So in your case, kaibigan baby, you happen to be the darling of the crowd as far as the other teachers were concerned. And what happened in your case was a gripe session. It could have been good kung na-reduce mo yan in writing, it come up with a petition, but it's gone and it cannot be done anymore. It cannot be made anymore. But in the case of Assange and Morales, the only way the system can change the situation is what they're doing now. They are putting Assange in a situation that he can no longer do the regular things that he could do as a media man. And good that Morales was able to turn the tide as far as the complaints made by several senators that he is a liar and yung isang claim sa kanya is a convict or convicted of something. In both cases, napasinungalingan niya yan. But in the case of Assange, there is yet to be such a situation, but I can feel that the whole world is at the back of Assange supporting his cause. And of course, they are fighting giants, and that giant will remain as it is because there are forces behind the moves that establishment is doing. So, tungkol sa 170, if it is a gossip and you cannot prove it, it will remain a gossip. But if you can prove it, the classification of being a gossip will end. And whoever is in the receiving end of the disclosure or the attempt to make it appear in the open has the burden of proof to protect himself, and he has the option, all the options. Maaring underhanded and everything. They have mantakin mo for several years, 8 years na yata si Assange, that his freedom was taken away from him. So, gossip man, pinalalabas na gossip ang pinaiiwasan sa 170. Pero in the case of both Assange and Morales, hindi na yung gossip eh. It happens to be evidentiary na eh. Mayroon ng support eh. But then again, yung epekto noon doon sa kinukomplain sa principal at saka sa US government malaki. Talagang nakakahiya pag nalaman mo from another person that your deficiencies are noted and that you are bound to change. But if you cannot change, if the government cannot change, they will protect themselves in the same way that the principal will protect himself by limiting the participation of the would-be source of proofs or evidence. Sinabi nga ni Petra, ganito ang complaint niya sa akin eh. O Petra, di ba sinabi mo sa akin to? So may confrontation na. But in order that that confrontation will not happen, hindi sinasama si Vicky. Palagay ko, I think we have discussed 170 lengthily enough to fully understood what the message of the book from Billy is. Thank you.
Salamat kuya na natumpak mo yung ano, remain sa gossip until proven.
Kuya,
Nice,
hindi
nice one.
pa. Malabo pa sa akin.
Malabo
Meron
pa
pa din
kasi
ako
Tita Sue
idadagdag.
nagtaas.
Magtanong
nagtaas
ka,
ng kamay.
Miss Moderator. What do you have in
Hindi,
mind?
hindi
Tita
ako
Sor.
moderator, si Richie ang moderator. May question lang.
Sige.
Ay, hindi question, comment lang doon sa sinabi.
Sige.
So, kung proven yun at kumakalat siya, ang tawag doon hindi na gossip, di ba? Pwede ba nating, para maganda-ganda term, newscast na lang?
Pwede. From
Pwede.
hearsay to news, ano yan, news, balita na siya, balita.
News
Balita
item na
na
From
siya.
hearsay, news item na
Kasi
siya.
nagiging ano na yun
Which
eh.
is what it is as far as Assange and WikiLeaks was. Dahil media practitioner sila eh, hindi naman sila gossipers eh. Before they can come up with anything, may mga supporting evidences yan, which he has made available to everybody. Anybody can visit their WikiLeaks site and get it directly from the source, whatever the
So, pero hindi masama
starting
yun,
point.
ibig sabihin. Hindi masamang
Hindi na siya masama dahil hindi na siya gossip eh. Masama lang siya if it is a gossip.
Okay. Tag dito, dun sa issue sa kay Sister Rebecca, may tanong ako kasi nag-question kayo, si Cynthia rin nata nag-start ng questions na ang tanong ko ay pagka ba senior, may authority na sila na magkaroon ng attitude, bakit natin kailangan i-emphasize yung ahead ba sila sa inyo, senior ba sila sa inyo, or ganito, ganyan. Although, nauunawaan natin na kapag tumatanda ang tao, nadideteriorate ng konti yung kanilang mga tolerance sa mga bagay-bagay, kaya nagkakaroon sila ng attitude. Pero, pag siguro naman yung range nakakapagtrabaho pa, nakakapag-ano pa, I don't think na kinakailangan natin isa-isip yung bigyan ng ano. I don't know kung kailangan nga ba na bigyan natin sila ng special understanding dahil sa senior sila, pwede sila mag-attitude sa atin. Okay, Cynthia. Thank you.
Sige. May gustong
Pwede
sumagot?
Pwede ako.
Sige.
Si Cynthia
Sige,
nag-raise ng hand muna, Kuya.
Yeah.
Si ano
Oh,
muna kuya?
sana,
Si Tita Cynthia then kasunod po kayo kuya Jun.
Yeah.
Copy,
Yeah, well,
copy.
you know, when in terms of you know, being the one that's been there older, she's aware of the culture, and then these other teachers may just be new to, you know, every situation has a different culture, right? The work culture and stuff like that. So they probably felt intimidated by and don't know her well enough, and just felt safer to approach her, so she was approachable. So anyway, yeah, that's just my take on that. And then I'm not in another case, like for example, the case of Gary McKinnon, who was able to, I guess, infiltrate or get or hack into the system of the Pentagon, right, or something like that. And then I guess that's where he discovered that there's some dealings actually with even extraterrestrial or they call, you know, like foreign how do you call this people within the military, that they're also dealing with those that are not of this earth, something like that. And I know it was controversial. Gary McKinnon and he's a native of the UK, so you know, things like that happening. Then we also have to think about
you know, I know Trump was the one that what said it, but there could be like you know, fake news, right? So you really don't know what the source is unless it can really be have evidence to speak of. And you know, that's what can go on in international circles too, not just, you know, it's yeah, we should put a stop to that, you know, those sort of goings on in our own circle of friends and stuff, to try to hold a higher standard so we could have peace just immediately, even before thinking about, you know, world peace. That's all.
Thank you, Tita Cynthia. Kuya June, go ahead. Now you're recognized. Then after Tita Helen, nagtaas at si Tita Helen ng kamay.
Thank you. Sure, palagay ko kahit bata, it has the same advantage or disadvantage. So it does not go around the issue of seniority in terms of age. Pero yung seniority can be based on other factors. You may be young, but you have gone into the issue or the topic deeper than even the oldest. So what happens is ahead yung bata kahit merong matanda kita sa kanya. So to put it in proper perspective, I don't think age should be capitalized on in any way because it is not a guarantee that you are carrying with you the minimum requirement needed for the situation that the community is in. Example, kay baby, although sinabi niya senior siya, but it's not clarified whether matanda siya. Well, in terms of service, maaaring senior means matanda ka na kasi nakapag-serve ka na longer than others. But even a young man can serve more than an old man in terms of tenure. Kaya hindi rin hindi planchado na because of seniority. I think what we should really be focusing on instead of the word seniority or age is the wisdom that one carries. And that is exactly what this study group is hoping to earn from all our activities. So everybody has the right to say something, irrespective of his or her age, irrespective of how deep she has been. For all you know, merely asking a question out of pure ignorance can trigger a lot of advantage or what we call this earnings in terms of wisdom for the whole group and even the source of the question himself or herself. So to put it in another perspective, ang materials ni Billy is not in any way talking about age. Even if the contactees, the P's, are said to be almost thousands of years old or 500 years old, but it is not a guarantee that what they're talking about is full of wisdom. They still have to earn that category by way of becoming an Iswish or an Isrish, and later on, after Iswish is merong Shrut, at after Shrut, meron pang Banshrut. Yan ang mga category na yan, it's not relevant. The age is not relevant, but the amount of wisdom and out of the knowledge that they have gotten is what is most important in the age. So, sabi nga ni Billy, he carries with him, or somebody else is talking about Billy having the oldest spirit form, Pero si Billy mismo nagsasabing I'm a barbarian. So barbarian siya in terms of this life, but not necessarily the spirit that he carries. So in the same way, bata man yung kaharap natin, kagaya halimbawa ni Sor, bata man yan, pero hindi natin alam kung gaano katanda na yung espiritu na nasa kanya. And therefore, with a simple question based on or harboring around set of wisdom that he or that she gathered previous lives is what we should be looking at. Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you, Kuya Jun. Okay, si Tita Helen naman. Okay, go ahead, Tita Helen. You're recognized.
Hindi matapos-tapos yung topic natin sa gossip, ano. Ayun, pero dapat naman natin na plantsahin talaga kung ano 'yon, no. So sa binanggit ni Sor tungkol doon sa matanda, karanasan ko din yung naging karanasan ni baby na sumbungan. Kumbaga'y sumbungan ka dahil ikaw yung nakatatanda. So meaning nung nakatatanda at maging bata, kung meron ka namang credibility. So yung matanda na may credibility, iko-consider natin at yung batang meron ding credibility ay iko-consider natin. So matanda, bata at ayun ngang sinabi ni JS na wala sa age. Pero ang pag-uusapan natin dito yung credibility, yung may wisdom. Kaya ka siguro napapagsabihan dahil napapagkatiwalaan ka, wala kang record na ikaw ay pala nasasangkot ka sa mga gulo, gano'n. So napapagsabihan ka. Ngayon, in the case of baby, parang yung kay Morales din gano'n. Although yung kay baby parang sinabihan lang siya nung mga teacher ng ganito, ganito. Yun naman kay Morales merong evidence. Pero kung dumating doon sa punto na ikaw ang naging messenger, pangatawanan mo yon. Kung ano man ang mangyari, ife-face mo yung consequence. Yun, kung nangyari na tayo yung hindi maiiwasan na tayo yung naging messenger, no? Kasi yun ay timing dumating doon sa punto na naging messenger ka, pangatawanan mo yun. Kung sabihin man nilang hindi totoo, kung ipinagkanulukan nila, katulad nung kay baby, so be it. So be it, basta yung totoo lang yung sinabi natin. Pangatawanan natin ito at para hindi ito consider as tayo ay nanggo-gossip. Yun lang.
Okay, thank you. Salamat, Tita Helen.
One
Sa
more
akin din gusto ko rin
question.
mag-share. Sige po. Ano yung question po? Fire.
Okay, sorry po, sorry.
Sige. Hindi, ayos lang yun. Ayos
Hindi
lang po.
naman tayo aalis sa topic hanggat hindi natin nakiklear yung mga di ba? Sa pag-aaral natin ng Billy, mas minamagusto na umiiral yung ating mga kaisipan, 'di ba? Yung bang kinakailangan mas lumalawak yung kaisipan natin. Pero kung ikaw magi-spread ng pangyayari na sabi nga lang kanina ni Ate Helen, na kinakailangan is yung credibility. Paano natin masusukat yung credibility kung halimbawa na ang pinapagana natin is yung kinikwento mo is yung opinion mo na alam mo na let's say oo, may nakita ka, nasaksihan mo, na-witness mo, may ebidensya ka. Pero siyempre, umiiral yung isipan natin na ibang interpretation. Kasi every human pwedeng magkaroon ng iba-ibang pagkakakilanlan, pagkakaano sa isang bagay. Kung ano yung observation mo, yun yung lalabas sa ano mo, di ba? Kasi mind mo yun. So, and then i-spread mo, sasabihin mo ganito, yun ay opinion mo. So nakakapagdala ka pa rin ba ng tamang gossip doon sa bagay na sariling opinion mo yun, iyon na yung nasaksihan mo. Halimbawa na merong isang traffic na situational, ganon. Tapos, ang kinuklud mo sa mind mo, sa nakita mo, ang mali, yung isa. Tapos, syempre, yung evidence nagsishow ng meron siyang something na ganon. Pero, iniba yung umiral sa isipan mo. Parang ganon. Paano natin masusukat yung credibility natin, tapos sasabihin pa rin natin na it depends sa ano natin, ang isipan ng tao is unpredictable para masukat ang judgment. Yun lang po.
So,
So
anybody?
yun, oo, kasi ako yung
Sige.
nagsimula dun sa
Mm.
credibility. Yung credibility is parang inner yon, sa inner. Kumbaga hindi ka naman pagkakatiwalaan ng iyong kapwa dahil kung wala kang credibility. So, ang sumusukat ng credibility mo ay hindi ikaw, kundi yung mga tao. Yung mga tao. Ngayon, kung lumabas na yung opinion mo ay meron nag-opinion na iba, na kakaiba dun sa opinion ng merong credibility, ay labas ka na dun para sa akin. Kasi nga, i-face mo yung consequence i-face ng consequence nitong messenger. Kung meron mang mga opinion at hindi mawawala yun hindi mawawala. Yung opinion na iba-iba, kahit nga merong credibility, hindi maiiwasan yun. Pero yun ay labas na, kumbaga yung sa labas na yon, hindi kumbaga sasabihin ko pa rin na parang ang pangit gumamit ng gossip. Parang
So,
hindi ko masabing gossip din yun. Pero kung mga opinion, kaya nga educational nga yung gossip na yan. Lumilitaw yung mga mga katwiran ng bawat isa at magka-come up tayo doon sa talagang totoo na totoo sa'yo, totoo dun sa messenger, totoo dun dito sa mga nagsumbong. So,
Mm.
ayun nga. So, iyan ang sanlibutan na sinasabi. Yan ang sanlibutan na kailangan natin i-face. Yun, harapin
bad
natin dahil
gossip
yan
pa
ang
rin.
sanlibutan.
Bad gossip pa rin. Consider yun, ganon.
If we gonna dissect yung opinion is ano ba yung end ng opinion? It is meant to destroy or meant to harmonize or meant to be to send awareness kasi titingnan natin yung end
Awareness.
kung awareness or mag-build up something ng correctness. Maybe it's opinion based on a reality check. Chine-check mo yung mga facts, ganun. Pero pag yung intent mo is siguro mag-destroy ka, syempre yung opinion na yun, meron ka nang idadagdag para ma-accept siya at the start na parang may katotohanan. Tas may dinadagdag ka, which means na parang hindi lang yung target mo is makuha yung attention, but yeah, you are meant to parang gusto mong siraan yung sinong makareceive nun. And yun naman sa credibility, ang ko diyan, ang say ko diyan is parang respect. You have to build the credibility yourself kung credible ka ba by consistent ba yung binibigay mo na information. Kumbaga, if we talk about 100% accuracy, yung iba kasi ang ano nila is as long as 75% nasa correctness siya, kino-consider nila na parang si Richie credible kahit na may 25% error, pwede na. Pero pag 50-50, hindi ka pa credible. Ganun ang ano ng iba yung tingin nila sa how they mark you as a credible source. So pag every time na may dinideliver ka na opinion or hearsay na 75% accuracy, sa iba they consider you as credible source. Pero pag if it is 50-50, parang nasa shadow ka lang, parang okay, maybe not, parang ganun. So yun lang ang say ko dyan. Anybody else?
Pwede ako?
Sige, Kuya Jun, go
Anybody?
ahead.
Line?
Yes. Yes,
Oo.
yes, Kuya Jun, go ahead.
Premise ko yung aking sasabihin dun sa equalitedness or sa equality. Ang ibig kong sabihin, anybody can make an opinion. Whether it is right or wrong, it is his opinion and is warranting respect. And therefore, whether he used as a basis something that is deficient, ang worry lang niya ron, having made an opinion that is not fully supported. Kaya if you will recall, babalikan ko yung word na proselytizing, napakasarap mangaral eh. Sa totoo lang eh. Ang dali-dali. Lalo yung naghahanap ng pansin. Tendency niya ni magsalita out of his own. Kaya ang sabi ng material, if you are ready, go ahead. If you have all the information with you, go ahead. But if you are not ready, if you do not have sufficient knowledge, if you are making up something, then you should avoid proselytizing. Because doon sa idiom, sa kwento na a blind leading a blind, applicable yan. Saan kayo pupuntan dalawa? Leader ay blind, yung follower ay blind. Oo nga, may pareha kayong opinion, they join each other, you agree to certain things, pero blind pala. Kaya yung gossip, there is no such thing as bad or good gossip. Every gossip is wrong. Every gossip is bad. The way I look at it. Para mawala doon sa classification ng gossip, say the truth. The truth that you have accepted based on certain tests, like what the Rotarians are doing, the four-way test, like the Spiritistas are doing, pag-aralang mabuti, masusing pag-aralan, idaan sa paghanap ng katwiran, and hopefully the truth comes out. And ganyan din naman sa Billy Materials. Hindi naman sinabi ni Billy na ito na ang totoo. Hanapin nyo yung totoo. Kayo maghanap. Hindi ko sasabihin sa inyo kung ano yung totoo. Kukwentuhan ko kayo na yung gods of the earth, gods of the earth were human. They were extraterrestrials coming from other planets that stayed here and lived here and made false representations that they are creators and therefore gods. O, yun namang nakarinig, wow! Meron palang God. O sa lahat ng sakripisyo, binigay nila matatabang tupa, masarap na karne, masarap na gulay, prutas, dahil they followed the misrepresentation. Gossip yun because hindi galing sa isang reliable source eh. Pag-gossip kasi walang tinutuntungan eh. Pwedeng imagination ang basic reference doon. At sakit sa utak most of the time. Delusional. Akala nila yung nakita nila nila. Akala nila ganito. Walang akalang tama. Lahat ng akala mali. The way I look at things now. Basta sinabi mo, akala ko gano'n. Therefore, mali yung tingin mo. Pinakala mo lang. Kung hindi mo sasabihin yung akala ko, dapat yan ang alam ko eh. Ganyan ang aking karanasan eh. Kulang pa pala. Abay, napakasarap na marinig yun sa isang nagnanais na umunlad pa. Kasi sa totoo lang, yung alam natin kahapon can be corrected and improved by what we will be able to come across with today or minutes later for that matter. So kukorek ko lang yung salitang bad gossip. Para sa akin, lahat ng gossip, mali. Miski tingnan natin sa 170, balikan mo yung portion na yon na kung saan kung merong gossip, anong consequence. It will lead to the idea na palpak. Walang. Puro kapahamakan ang ibibigay. Walang buting makukuha. At hindi papasa sa four-way test ng Rotary man lang. More so sa Billy Matilda. Thank you.
Appreciated ko, kuya. The best.
Salamat kuya.
And all I have to say it, my girl.
Ayun din.
Si Tita Helen po.
Conclude for yourself.
Ayun nga, munti ko nang itatanong ko nga sana. So ano ba yung final say natin sa gossip? At sinagot mo yan, John. Tama talaga yon. Tatanong ko nga sana ko yung good or bad kasi nag-aaral din tayo ng positive and negative. Kung nag-gossip man tayo at maganda, gossip pa rin yun. Yun. So, in short, lahat ng gossip ay hindi according to the creational teaching. Yun lang. Thank you. Thank you, JS.
Wala nang thank you.
tita.
Wala nang thank you. I'm doing this for myself, not for you, people.
Kasi gusto kong
Anyway.
gusto kong dagdagan 'yon. Kasi pagka good or bad, nagko-contribute pa rin tayo ng kumbagay yung sa isip ng tao ay magiging malikot pa rin. Kumbaga, nadudugsungan pagkatapos yung mag-usap, nadudugsungan pa rin yung isip ng kausap natin, be it good or bad. Kahit pa siya mabuti, naglalaro. So kung yung gossip, maiiwasan nating maglaro ng isip ang ating kausap. Yun lang.
Salamat Tita Sor. So may gusto pa bang magdagdag about gossips and opinions? If malinaw na tayo, we can proceed to 171. Okay,
sige,
that
Ricky.
means it's a yes. So ano na tayo, 171. So good virtues are never anything abnormal, remote or out of the way. Rather, they represent life's progress, for which reason every single human being ought to be virtuous and lead an honorable and honest life. So, yun nga. Anyone wants to acknowledge 171? Ba't kaya niya sinabing abnormal? Sa akin naman, ang ano ko dito, ang say ko dito, sa panahon natin ngayon, lalo na sa government natin, although hindi naman lahat, if you do anything that is right, upright, and good, hindi ka na-impluensyahan, hindi ka nako-corrupt, ang tingin sa'yo, abnormal ka. Sa akin yung ano ko. Pero pag meron kang konting mga hocus-pocus na konting pitik dito, ganun-ganon. Kasi pag may mga project, parang kailangan may mga lagay, may bibigyan ka, may ganito, may ano, in which kung titingnan mo, if you follow correctly sa mga rules, hindi dapat mag-exist yung mga ganun. Kahit na maliit na percentage yan, mga kickback, it's still form of corruption. But if you try a modest life or righteous life nowadays, iba na yung perception ng mga tao. Hindi ko naman nila lahat, pero anyone who's trying to do the right thing, they see it is parang abnormal. Parang hindi ka in. Parang nag-ano na ngayon yung world, parang upside down. So, siguro kayo, ma-witness nyo sa mga nangyayari sa paligid nyo na everything is skewed. So, kung ano yung out of the norm, yun ang maganda, yun ang in. Pag maging honest ka, if you try to follow what is virtuous, ang tingin sa'yo ng tao, parang iba ka.
Abnormal.
Hindi ka, abnormal ka. Parang wala ka sa, sa samahan.
Related dyan, Ricky, mag-react lang ako without asking for.
Yes. Sige, go ahead, Kuya Jun. Sige.
Isang napakagandang manifestation na that the word abnormality happens to become what is normal. And having said so, kahit pumipitik, kahit may corruption, dahil you are in a position that should be doing that, lumalabas yun ang normal. What is the example that I'm talking about? Yung wife ni Bong Revilla, I don't know kung anong role niya nun, mayor lang yata, or whatever it is, it was. Ang salita niya exactly, bakit hindi kami hahanap ng pagkukunan? Nagbibigay din naman kami sa constituents namin . Saan namin kukunin yun?
Hmm.
So parang niya sinabi,
Tama.
tanggapin yung kumuha ko ng 30% doon sa project ni ABC Construction. Kasi doon ko rin ibibigay yung bibigay ko doon sa itinasal na ganito, may sakit na ganon, nagkulang ng ganito, humingi ng ganito. Parang niya na rin sinabi, ba't ibibigay ko yung pera ko? Yan lang
Yes,
No, tama yan. Tama yan, JS. Kasi yung meron kaming mayor na ganyan. Ang sabi nga niya, paanong hindi ako tatanggap sa wedding? Araw-araw ang ipinamimigay ko ay hindi bumababa sa 10,000. Saan ko yun kukunin? Yun ang sagot niya.
Tapos kung titingnan natin yung mga media natin, yung television, mostly yung mga music may mga explicit words na ginagamit na dati hindi naman yan ang essence ng song. So ngayon may mga explicit words, tapos maraming skin na pinapakita, so hindi mo alam ano ba yung gusto ng song. Parang gusto ba ng song mangakit lang yung sa mga sensual. But the previous song noon, yung mga 70s, 80s, it was the golden, para sa akin, it was a golden music kasi parang you can digest the meaning of the lyrics, kahit pa rock siya, kahit na medyo metal ang dating. But nowadays, yung mga ibang song is parang repetitive na sa akin, parang nonsense. Tapos maraming mga skin na pinapakita. Sabi ko, ano bang ibig sabihin ng sinasabi nila? And then they using explicit words. Kung i-ano natin ang creational teaching, hindi naman healthy sa psyche yung constantly dun sa song na yun. Ang daming mga explicit words na ginagamit. So, wala nang harmony dun sa song na yun. So, that's the new norm. Sabi ko, ba't kaya gano'n? Nawala na yung...
The short answer is,
Yes.
because nowadays, you are now abnormal. You are not in consonance with the normal happenings
Yes.
of times.
Yes,
Is it
that's
right
correct.
to become abnormal? No, the reason, the definition of being abnormal is you are out of what is normal. And there's nothing wrong
Yes.
with that, especially if the what is normal is not of virtuous classification. Kaya merong
Yes.
point na you be virtue, salita doon sa 172, virtue, pakibasa nga uli, Vicky, yung
Yes,
tungkol sa virtue, start with the beginning of the paragraph.
171.
Yes, good virtues are never anything abnormal, remote or out of the way. Yun.
Exactly. If you're having good virtues, you cannot, good virtues are never abnormal.
Yes,
Never
yes.
anything abnormal. Ibig sabihin, that
Yes.
should be the normal thing.
Yep.
Okay.
So, yun lang sa akin yung mga naobserbahan ko. Anybody else who wants to share about the good virtues about this 171 passage?
Meron ako, and Cynthia might be able to confirm this. Cynthia, is it true that residents of certain areas in California is prevented from using their front lawn as vegetable gardens. Tama ba yung intindi ko?
I haven't heard about that. No, I don't think.
Very well. If it is a gossip, then it be.
Yeah, I don't think so.
The point of the matter is, if the reason is to prevent people from raising their own vegetables is bad for the farmers, they may have a good reason for being for doing that. But then again, yung bang mga puno-puno sa ating mga roadways, sa gilid ng sidewalk, kung yan ba gagawing fruit-bearing trees?
No,
Ayun. Mantakin mo kung sino nagugutom, titingala lang, halimbawa rito ang hinog ng bayabas, mapitas na. So imagine that. Even the birds and the bees and even the rats can feast on them. Hindi. Ang nilalagay sa gilid o sa islands, center islands are of no value, except probably for the looks of it. Pero hindi siya for being a fruit-bearing tree. And then again, tama ba? Virtuous ba yun? Ang hirap, di ba? That is why we need this book, A Way to Live.
Kuya, wala pong ganyang balita kasi yung pong front yard ko puro po mga prutas. Meron po ako.
Good kung ganon. Good kung ganon. So, marites lang pala yung aking.
Puro vegetable po yung side at saka puro prutas po yung front ko.
Pero Tita Sar, mayroong particular sa state bawal yata mag-collect ng rainwater. Hindi ko na matandaan saan sa YouTube yung mga way back 5 years ago ko napanood yun eh. Pinagbabawal silang
bakit?
mag-collect ng rain. I'm not sure kasi parang about yata dun sa deep well ng parang sa reservoir water nung particular city or state na yun is parang nagda-dry up na yata. So parang dinidiscourage nila yung community na mag-collect ng rainwater. So, although old issue na yun, hindi ko lang alam kung na-resolve na. Pero try ko search sa YouTube. Dati nandun yun eh. Parang,
hindi rin
ano daw?
Hindi rin ata yun kasi ini-impose nga nilang mabuti yung save water. Mas lalo pa nga nila, kaya yung saving rainwater is makakatulong sa pag-water ng mga plants and
Right.
Meron siya tita. Hanapin ko siya sa YouTube kasi parang observe yung law kasi yung different states kasi iba-iba ang law nila per state. Kaya parang nagrereklamo yung community na bakit daw may batas na ganun na bawal silang mag-collect ng rainwater para pang consumption na nila para hindi na sila sa main public water makipag-compete or makipag-gamit.
But you never know sometimes what can be, people can post all kinds of things and maybe it also depends on the county. But so far, I'm in Alameda County and they are nothing like that. Yes, they encourage us to even save the water, but you don't want also standing water. You have to protect it from mosquitoes and stuff like that, right? You don't want to have just, you have to be able to use it regularly so it doesn't end up harboring all kinds of parasites or what, Yeah. You don't want just standing
guys,
water.
Guys, if I am a representative of a company like Nestle gathering spring water to be purified and sold to the market, it may not be that easy. It may not be that difficult for me to go around the system such that yung collection or that the continuous supply of the water I need would be there. And if it is detrimental to the collection, I can ask and lobby against community acts like hoarding on rainwater. But then again, virtues ba yun? Ay, nandito na naman yung tanong eh, virtues ba yun? So it makes turn out to be normal, but without knowing, abnormal. Thank you.
Ayun, nakita ko na yung ano, sa Colorado and Utah. Dalawa lang pala yung state na bawal mag-collect ng ano, ng rainwater. Yun lang, yun lang. Anybody else na gustong mag-share sa 171? So we can proceed at 172.
Related yung 172. O sige.
Sige, sige. Basahin ko na. Okay. For the human being, one form of the good fortune lies in him or her recognizing the errors he or she makes and being able to resolve and rectify them. Because based in the recognition and ratification of the errors is the finding of the truth and of knowledge as well as great part of the evolution. Ayun.
Ganda. Ano ibig sabihin ng good fortune?
Good fortune. Parang
Related dun sa ano, dito sa pag-aaral. How can we classify?
Parang siyang di naman destiny, parang outcome, good fortune. Kasi parang for the human being, one form of good outcome, parang fortune. When the outcome lies in him or her recognizing the errors he or she makes and being able to resolve and rectify them. So if you recognize the error, yung outcome mo is maganda. Kumbaga, na-acknowledge mo yung flaws mo. So eventually, makikita mo yung magandang fruit na nagbe-bear doon sa mga mistakes na ginawa mo. So para sa akin yung good fortune is yung outcome.
Yung error ng dalawang states na binanggit mo, Ricky,
Yes, Kuya.
is a good example that the other states found the truth and the knowledge that what those two states are espoused are of no are erroneous, and therefore the fact na na-recognize nila yun, hindi nila ina-adopt similarly. So dalawa lang yung presently na merong batas na gano'n. In the same way, baliktad naman, initially, isa o dalawa lang ang states that recognize the use of cannabis for health reason. But the last I checked, marami na rin eh. Marami na rin states na has recognized this. Ang cannabis, kung masama ang ano niyan eh, masama ang dating niyan sa general public, durugista ang equivalent niyan eh sa terms ng drugs. Addictive yan. Pero kung kailangan at kung nakakagamot, bakit mo iti-prevent? No wonder it turns out to be the good fortune of all others that followed the first or two states that adopted it to agree or to go along with the idea. So I'm not going to be surprised if it can be a worldwide thing later on, soon enough. Kasi nakita ko sa videos na kung paano ma-relieve yung isang bata na nagte-tremor in seconds after applying the cannabis oil. nag-settle down yung situation ng bata. So where in your heart can you prevent that poor child to get the treatment? If not the treatment, the temporary cure that she enjoys by having been administered the cannabis oil. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for sharing, Kuya June.
Yeah, I
Yes, yung
think oh,
yes,
sorry.
go ahead, Tita. Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah,
Tita
just,
Cynthia.
just
Yes.
to add to that, because I did watch, there was a, I think 60 Minutes presentation with, I think it was Sanjay Gupta about cannabis, you know, the use of it, especially for seizure disorders. You know, that's the only way that it could be, because they've really been able to grow and isolate the fact that it has a lot of medicinal purposes, actually. Yeah, for use in those cases.
Yes.
That's
Also, I have I have read something that during the time of, I think, of Nixon, it was during pre-Vietnam War. You know, these hippies, they flower a group, something, they brand like that. These were people, they were using this marijuana. And then these people, they're not violent. They love to just go in the nature, sing like Woodstock, something like that. And then they are really against war to the Vietnam. But eventually, Nixon was finding ways how to get rid of these hippies. They call them hippies because he wants the majority of the vote to go to war with Vietnam. So eventually, he managed to make some maneuver and brand the marijuana as one of a dangerous substance. So when it was enacted, a lot of the hippies were rounded up, and then the pre-war voters win the vote to join this Vietnam War in the 1970s, 60s, like that. But actually, marijuana is not a dangerous substance. It says drinking alcohol kills more than the marijuana, because marijuana, it doesn't make you relax, doesn't make you a violent person, while the drinking under driving with the influence of alcohol, it makes you a very dangerous driver. That's it.
well, the only studies that I've come across where it could be detrimental is when you have very young users, because, for example, their nerve pathways are just developing. They're not still, fully. They haven't reached really the fullness of development. So in that way, that's the only way that it could not be too good that way. Anyway, I agree that there's more danger, health wise, to alcohol. Actually, it's even in the contact notes, Billy's contact reports. And but ideally, especially if you don't, there are other ways to, like if you really are focusing on consciousness, you want to be able to grow without something that will alter your perception of things, because you have to have all your senses. You don't have to use all those other things, like I think they mentioned you shouldn't be using like hallucinogens, stuff like that too. Anyway, I have to experience things for yourself, but yeah, just a thought.
Guys, Tita Zor just informed me she might she might cut the recording because she might transfer the Zoom to the cell phone. So maybe around 10 minutes or so, the recording will stop.
Okay,
So
I thought she was
anymore?
already on the. I thought she was already on
Huh?
the road.
Me? No, I'm about
No, so
to
no, but
to
so
debark, maybe. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now it's 6 o'clock. So, guys, it's now in my watch is 6:10. So I'm sorry if I have to leave because I have to drop my wife in the hospital, duty purposes. So if I can get back early, I'll try to catch up with you guys.
But isn't it time already to
Mm.
go? Or how's
Uh,
everybody worried? It's still quite a big group here, huh?
I
they
think
want-
Sige,
I think
ituloy
until 7
natin.
or what?
We can
Tuloy
extend. It's up
natin.
to you. Yeah.
Okay. So guys,
Sige,
I have to
tuloy pa
leave, guys.
natin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
I'll try to
drive
catch
safe.
up. Okay.
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 See you
Okay,
Okay.
again,
ingat.
Thank
Winnie. See you
Ingat
again.
ka.
See you
Thank you.
soon.
Thank you. Okay.
That's what I love
Sige,
about this
talaga.
group. They're so,
Sige.
this
Oo.
group is very
So, okay.
active.
Oo. So, okay ba ituloy pa natin?
Oh, I'm game.
Okay. So, nasa 173 tayo.
Can I add?
Oh,
Ate
sige.
Helen?
Okay, Ray. Oh, okay. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. There are sa kanina, no, there are three situations that I am thinking of. So 172. On a personal note, anak. Have you heard? Of course, alam niyo yung kanta na Anak. So it changes your life because of something. Something is wrong. So it changes your life. It becomes a good fortune if you correct yourself and you accept something is wrong with you. That is a personal. Na marami ang nabago. Many young people have been changed because of this song Anak. One of my friend is one. Na ano siya naging. And then the next one is about the of course business life. Pag hindi Ate Helen, pwedeng pa sino ba yung pwedeng pa-view uli? Kasi naka-focus
Si
ako dun sa
Sor.
mga thoughts
Oo.
Sa ganun thoughts.
Ayan. Okay.
Yeah. On a business point of view, pag hindi mo tinatanggap na may mali ka, pag ikaw isang businessman at mali na yung and then masyadong mataas ang ego mo as a businessman, and then yung mga empleyado mo ay alam mong mali pero alam mo yung mali na ikaw ay because of course mali yung ginagawa mo na on how to manage the business, hindi mo pa rin tinatanggap, then your good fortune will end up. In a political point of view, kagaya ng ginagawa ngayon ng US, ayaw nilang i-admit na mayroong mga pagkakamali sila, tuloy-tuloy pa rin silang yung ginagawa nila din sa Russia, then they will not have a good fortune at the same time dahil tuloy-tuloy pa rin silang ang thinking nila tama yung kanilang iniisip eh. They don't accept mistakes or error. They think because of their ego that na marami sa atin na mataas ang ego natin, they don't accept mistakes and errors. And that's one of the failures. Kaya pag halimbawa isa kang tao na marunong kang tumanggap ng pagkakamali, you're a good person. You accept things that is you may kasabihan na if you accept things that can be changed and you don't accept things that cannot be changed, then something is wrong with you. So, para ka umasenso, kaya how will you become part of the evolution if you don't accept mistakes and you think you are always correct, you are always on a positive and always nasa positive ka, lagi kang tama, you don't evolve. Hindi ka aakyat. You're not part of the evolution. You're not part even of the creation and energy. You're not even connected with the creation and energy. Because it is the role of the creation and energy to evolve, to enliven us. Pero kung halimbawa pag hindi ka part ng creation and energy o kaya hindi ka connected with the creation and energy, you don't get evolved. and you're not being enlivened. Kasi hindi gumagana yung creation energy na sa iyo. So that's the reason why we have to accept mistakes and make it neutralized. And then move on to positive and then equalize it. Yung equalization, it becomes a wisdom. Because the mistakes, the errors, is a part of our life to make us evolve, to correct our life, to improve our life, to solve the mistakes that we have, to improve everything. Otherwise, kung lahat tama at walang mistakes, walang error, and you are not evolving, you will not have a good fortune. Yun ang point ko sa 170. Thank you.
Okay.